Our next inductee is one of the original outlaws, the late B.Marshall. His career was brief but impactful. Bobby was a key member of a dynamic fraternity of racers who, in 1978, forever reshaped the destiny of sprint car racing. His racing roots ran deep through two previous generations. Bobby began driving in 1972 and within a couple of years was winning against national competition. When the World of Outlaws was created in 1978, Bobby quickly became a mainstay with the series. There was something exciting about this guy from Texas, and all across the country, countless race fans were excited when they heard the announcer say, "From Dallas, Texas, B.Marshall." In 1980, Bobby came within a whisker, a few car lengths, of winning right here at the Knoxville Nationals. Bobby was respected, and his friendship was enjoyed throughout his racing life. During his driving career, the Marshall shop was headquarters for any racer coming to the Devil's Bowl. Bobby was a man of faith and character. As a racer, he was smooth and fast. The people of his generation looked up to him. When he decided to end his driving career in 1985 after just 13 seasons, it was yet another example of Bobby's discipline and his clear line of thinking. Bobby maintained his faith and his passion for racing history throughout the rest of his life. A racing career can be measured in many different ways: wins, titles, and so forth. But in Bobby's case, what can't be measured is his enormous impact on those around him. An entire generation of racers looked up to Bobby with admiration and respect. Accepting today for her late husband is Sherry Marshall and daughter Allison. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, from Dallas, Texas, B.Marshall. It's a great day, isn't it? Wow. You've got some note cards you told me about, so I'm going to let you share some messages here.
I'm going to try, so we'll see. Witnessing the love and respect shown by so many on this journey has been both humbling and uplifting. We all share unique memories, and I offer thanks to each and every one who shares our sense of loss. And his desire was to be remembered as a good guy, a clean driver, and a worthy competitor. And I would like to add a passionate historian. And what you saw in Bobby was the Jesus in him. His love and passion for racing, his family, his friends, and his fellow competitors. And our family is truly humbled by this selection. I know that if he were here, he would encourage the current racers to dedicate some time to build a relationship with a competitor you don't know very well. Everyone has a unique story, so we would like to challenge each of you to find a way to share your story with others. And the most important gift that you can give your loved ones is the peace of knowing that you've chosen Jesus as your Lord and Savior. This event is something that we will cherish for the rest of our life, and we are very grateful. Thank you.
Sherry, one thing that was cool talking to Richard earlier, I'm going to ask everybody who's here with B.Marshall and his family, please stand up for a second, would you? How about that? How about that? Well, I know, Allison, this was a long time coming, and I know it means an awful lot to you and your family.
Absolutely. We all wish that he could be here to enjoy this himself. He was, besides his family and his passion for all of us and all of his friends, who became family to all of us through racing and our love for that, the next passionate thing most thing he was passionate about was the racing history and truly the relationships and the friendships that he built over the years. So I don't know how many times that people have walked up to me and said, are you Bobby's daughter? Are you Allison? I'm one of his Facebook friends, and I never even got to meet your dad in person, but I saw him race. Or so sharing that the history of the sport and keeping that alive, keeping those memories alive are what was so important to him, especially in later years. He loved posting pictures and telling the stories behind the stories. And so many of you in this room, you know, he was so thankful for the relationships and the friendships that he had with all of you. So he would be so honored to be in particularly this group. I know that he respected all of you so much and followed you so much. I was in college and he would call me and tell me what Cruiser was doing out on the West Coast. And then he would call and tell me who the next big thing was. Like, this Kyle Larson kid's going to be really good. Like, so I always got the updates, and that's where I got my passion for racing as well. So thank you all for your friendship to our family over the years and for all the memories, and let's keep making more memories at the racetrack.
That's great. You know, Sherry, this has to be really a great trip down memory lane for you too, coming to Knoxville and probably reconnecting with a lot of people that stayed with you through the years and down at your shop. And that's what this really is, a fraternity. You touched on it, family, and it's even more than that.
So Allison just got to see Tom Sanders' son that she played with when she was 3, and they've never seen each other since. So, you know, you see all these friends come back together. But the one thing I can say is, you know, the people that I was around then, it seems like the time just stood still, because you come back and you just pick right up on that conversation again. So it's amazing. And, you know, our kids are still friends, and, you know, it's a wonderful environment.
And it's a wonderful day. I congratulate you and your family and all the great support they've shown by being here. And it just means a lot all around. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bobby Marshall.